Hi there, beloved. I've been thinking about this experience that my older two children, who are now like almost 30 and almost 27, experienced in the year of 2001, December. There's a lot of history that went into the experience of what happened just a few moments before. That was the September, week of September 11th of 2001, where all these things happened and where I lost the experience of my daughter, who I gave birth to and lived for only 3 days. But what I want to share with you is this experience of driving my car. And it's 2 months after I lost my baby, and we're driving, and we decided we're going back to see family for the holidays. It's December, so 3 months after everything happened with September 11th. And we're driving along, and this car pulls out in front of us. And it was a girl, just 16, just got her license. She pulled out. We're on a highway that's a 2-lane road, one way each way. So 1 lane each way road, and no shoulder. So country road driving. I've got the whole back of the Land Cruiser, the whole back behind the kids filled with all these presents that we had made, and they were, glass and breakable and whatever. And then my 2 children and our 2 new kittens. So Gabriel, Caitlin, 2 kittens, me driving. And this girl pulls out in front of us. She hits my car, and I'm going 65 miles an hour, and we spin and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin, never once flipping over. Even though the tires went from the surface of the tire to the rim like almost bald. No flipping. This was a Land Cruiser, top heavy Land Cruiser. So we're spinning, 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 spinning. When this happened, from the second that this girl pulled out in front of me, I heard, "Let go of the wheel. Let go of the wheel. You are not in charge. Let go." And I knew, and I felt my hands be pulled back like this. And I knew that I could take back control of the wheel, but we were spinning so fast, and I'm looking, and I'm just like, and we're going around and around, and we went through cars. Yes, through cars. This was a busy highway of only 2 lanes, no shoulder, and I'm spinning around the whole entire, off the edge this way, off the edge this way, off the edge, off the edge, off the edge, off the edge, until I finally landed about 3/4 of a mile later in a ditch sideways. And so we were like on our side. It was on the driver's side down, and amazing. And as soon as we stopped, as soon as the car stopped, we're on our side. I'm on the driver's side with, I've got a Land Cruiser, so it has 4-wheel drive. So there's 2 wheels on the ground in this ditch. The car's dead. It's not starting. And I turn, the first thing I do is I turn around, and I was like, are you guys okay? And they go, yes, let's do it again. Mom, can we do it again? This was my Caitlin and my Gabriel, who are like these teeny kids, and they experienced the whole entire thing as bliss. Okay, so not only did they experience this as bliss, I'm now in this situation where I'm looking back at them, and it's, wow, okay, so they're okay, everything's okay, and this like wave of possibility of magical miraculousness rose over me as if it wasn't already there. Experiencing everything that I already did, I just thought, I wonder, as I'm laying here like this, can I start the ignition again and see if we can go forward? Because there's two wheels on the ground on my end, because we're like, we're totally sideways. And I turned on the ignition and I stepped on the gas, and we went from this to bloop, this. Suddenly, we are back on top of somebody's driveway to get into their house. And I'm sitting here, and I had maybe 35 people stop. It completely locked down the highway. All these people were running over to me and hugging me, saying, oh my God, I saw you and your children and your kittens going through my car. I saw you. I experienced you. I received the look in your eyes and this love that you experienced, or that you are, and I experienced, and your children, and the amazingness. And what was so wild about it is that it's true. I could see these people as we went through their cars, and it was just like this. I take my hands off the wheel. I am not in charge. I am not in charge. I let go. I allowed this experience to happen. I knew that at any moment I could take that wheel again, but I also knew that if I did, we would not be here. Because if I took what my mind thought would be control in that situation, we would have all been dead. Because by the divine grace that said, let go of the wheel, take your hands off the wheel, allowed me and my children and our car to go through like 35 different cars in a circular spiral motion as we flew down the highway. No one was hurt, not one injury. And when I drove back out, I was just actually talking to my son about this today. And as we got up and we got back on track, we examined the exterior of the car, and everyone was saying, oh my gosh, you need to go get this checked out. You could be in a dangerous position, and I checked in and I was like, yeah, we're good to go. And we got back in the car, turned back on the road, and drove for 1,300 miles back to home for Christmas, where my parents were and where all my family and friends were. And it was magical. And what I want you to know is that this is actually how all of the work that I do works. Is if the mind has an idea around the way things need to unfold, and we decide we've got to hold on to this wheel, you will crash. You will crash and you will burn, because your ideas are only 1%, maybe 3% at best, of what is possible for you. So if you hold onto that wheel, you're going to crash. If you let go, beloved, if you let go, you are going to experience miraculous, amazing, the most beyond what you can even fathom for yourself when you let go. Let go, let go, let go of the wheel. You, in your personality, are not in charge. If you are, you're going to suffer. You're going to be limited. You're going to experience patterns, repeating patterns and cycles of suffering. If you want to join here, beloved, take your hands off the wheel and say yes to the miracles in front and waiting for you. And I share this with you. I'm going to create more videos about this because I feel it's so important for all of us to take our hands off the wheel and allow the magic to happen. I am here for this, and I'm here for you to assist you in experiencing this, embodying this, knowing this in the core of your being. Now, more than ever, this is what we need together. I share this with you with love.